Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my review for Rock of Ages, a new musical from the director of Hairspray, which was also a musical, which I rather enjoyed. I thought it was a very fun, very vibrant, very energetic, very just fun musical. It had its own musical numbers, you know, its own music, which this movie does not. But it had its own music. It was very catchy. All the characters, all the actors did a really good job singing and dancing and having fun. It looked like it was a really fun movie. I mean, it was more a kid-ish movie, sure, and this is definitely not. But you know, it was pretty fun. So I was kind of looking forward to this film. When I saw the trailer, I thought it looked like fun. I really like the music that's going into it, and I was like, oh, Tom Cruise as a legendary singer, and he's gonna actually sing in the movie. I'm down. Alec Baldwin, Russell Brand, they both looked funny in it, and I like both of them, so I'm down. Let's watch this. Well, let's talk about it. Alright, now before I continue, I need to say one thing though. I do not think anything in this movie is horrible, alright? But I think every single thing in this freaking movie is so generic that it is boring. Okay, the story for the most part, okay? I'm not even going to try to explain most of the story, because if you've seen a musical, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, let me just explain a little bit about it, okay? You have the two star-crossed lovers who, at the first, you know, in the beginning, they're not lovers. Later on, they become lovers, then they separate, go their separate paths, and then they become lovers again at the end of the movie. Through, of course, a musical number. And... oh god, they pretty much fall in love in a musical number, and then they fall in love again through a musical number. So it's very generic musical tropes, pretty much. I mean, you have that, and also the two star-crossed lovers are played by Jennifer Hough and Diego Boneta. Also, you have the religious nut who hates rock music for some reason, and you have Catherine Zeta-Jones playing the leader of that. You also have the aging rocker who is pretty much just fed up with doing all this stuff. He just wants to live his life now. He wants to have a wife, pretty much, a love, you know, a family, and that's played by Tom Cruise, and that's Stacey Jacks, of course. And to be honest, he's the only really great character in this film. You have Alec Baldwin and Russell Brand who own the bar, and this is the whole Save the Rec Center plot, where you have to get $30,000 and pay off the taxes, or the bar's going to shut down. You also have the douchebag manager of Stacey Jacks, who, of course, manipulates another character later on in the film to work for him, and he's a douchebag, and that's played by Paul Giamatti. And really, it's so generic. All this stuff we've seen so many freaking times, over and over and over again. I don't even care if it's supposed to be like a parody of musicals. It's not fun. Like that's like saying that movie Shark Night that came out last year is a parody of horror movies. And what did it do? It just ripped off horror movies. That's not good. Do something entertaining. Not just, oh, we're just going to do this, this, and this. And maybe have a little small wink or nudge to the crowd, like, that's funny, isn't it? Because it's so generic. No, it's not fun. The story and the entire movie is even worse when the acting isn't that fantastic. I mean, Tom Cruise is very weird, very fun in this film as Stacey Jackson. You actually kind of feel for him later in the film. Paul Giamatti is a douche. He always plays a douche in the movie, and he does a great job at it. He's really likable here. You also have Alec Baldwin, Russell Brand, who are both great in the film. I should have mentioned that earlier, actually. They were really, really good in this film and very, very funny. Who else you have? Catherine Zeta-Jones and Bryan Cranston. They're both great in the film too, even though Bryan Cranston's role is definitely smaller than Catherine Zeta-Jones. But for the most part, everybody did a great job, except, and this was the big thing, the two main characters. I hated these characters, okay? From the moment it started, I hated them. Sure, they can sing, but the thing is, this is the problem. The music numbers could be fun, because of course they're music that I actually like, and if it's done right, it could be very energetic and fun to watch these people sing it. The thing is, the main two characters sing about, I would say, about 70% of the music numbers here, and they have a little help here and there by other characters later on, but for the most part it's just them, and I hate them. I hate these characters. First of all, the girl sounds like a chipmunk if her voice was just a little bit deeper, just a wee bit deeper. And the dude, oh my god, I hate him. First of all, he looks like an asshole. And second of all, he sings, he's a okay singer, sure, but he's not a likable character, and he's not fun to watch. And that was my thing about Hairspray. Everybody was fun, even the people that were just singers. They were fun to watch. Here, this guy and even the girl, they're just not fun to watch, and they're annoying to listen to. I hated both of them, and that was my main problem with the movie. Also, it's very generic, and the music numbers, I mean, sure, it's music from the 80s that I really like, but when it's these two people singing it, it gets ruined completely for me. So, I'm just gonna wrap this review up and say this, okay? There's some funny characters. Tom Cruise does a great job. Alec Baldwin and Russell Brand do a great job. They also have a very funny outcome between them two, which is very funny. Everybody else just, you know, they did a good job too, but not amazing. But this movie got ruined by the two main characters. I really hated them. I did. And the music numbers, when it wasn't them, it was fun. But when it was them, it was either too dramatic or too freaking energetic, and I just couldn't get into it. So I'm just going to give this movie a 20 out of 40. It was very disappointing, and I hope better next time, because I don't know, they had so much good in here. But yeah, I also had so much bad. So anyway, there's my review. Thank you, and goodbye.